Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I was not live audio earlier. We have multiple tornado warnings in Illinois, including a tornado here in progress just north of Jacksonville, Illinois. We'll put this into motion here. This is heading towards Philadelphia, Route 125, then north towards Newmansville, Chandlersville, Oakford, Kilbourne, up to Easton, Hyana, Mason City. This is an observed tornado warning. Spotter confirmed. Hail size 0.75 inches, so not terribly concerning, but this is a tornado in progress. I'll just turn this off. Bear with me, folks. Tight couplet. And again, here's your correlation coefficient. There's a very clear correlation coefficient drop if this will load. It's not cooperating with me. Alright, while we're here, other warnings. We do have another tornado warning here north of Divernon, heading towards Pawnee, Cotton Hill, kind of a mini cell. This is a debris ball, all right? This is near Litterbury, moving northeast, Old Princeton, you are directly in the path. Litterbury, you are also in the path, and this is eventually going to head towards Philadelphia, Illinois. Further east, again, tornado warning. This is not confirmed. Mini supercell here. We do have our line segment. Severe warning is in effect with a broad tornado possible tag that extends from Laclede up to Tuscola. And then broad tornado watch. I believe, is this a new watch? I think this is a new watch here for Indiana that they just added. But new tornado watch there. The mesoscale discussion should expire soon. Further east, there is a tornado warning here in Michigan. Which this was kind of unexpected. But there is a tornado warning here north of Detroit and includes Sterling Heights, Clinton Township, Fraser, north of Warren. From this kind of line, models didn't really pick up on too well. But that's tornado warned. Heat advisories, we don't really mind that. And then we do have, on the complete opposite side of our viewing area, we do have severe thunderstorm watches in effect for parts of southeastern Pennsylvania. We will be monitoring that. And then broad flash flooding continues in Pennsylvania. That was a story yesterday as well. So again, there's a lot happening here with our severe thunderstorm activity. And again, we have a large confirmed tornado. This is in Litterbury. So there you go. That is your tornado. This is in Litterbury. It's crossing Litterbury Prentice Road, just east of Litterbury, just east of Highway 78. Large tornado in progress. This is again heading towards Philadelphia. This is not PDS. I want to stress that. It is observed. We have law enforcement confirmed tornado. This is going to come pretty close to our radar site here. This is all happening because of our mesoscale convective vortex here in Illinois. It's increasing vorticity. So basically, every storm here in Illinois is rotating. Wouldn't be surprised. Is that a little bookend? You may have a bookend vortice here near Empire. Again, bear with me. My computer is running quite slow. Very minimal rotation, but that might pick up here near Empire. Not something of terrible concern, but again, our big thing right here, this tornado is on the ground. It's just north of Litterbury. It's heading for Old Princeton. This is, what is this road called? This is by the Litter Cemetery. It might be Lighter Cemetery, actually. And again, long term, is going to head towards Philadelphia, Illinois. There you go. I do not believe large hail is falling with this storm. We're going to go to the SPC page now, quickly. This is, again, tornado in progress. North of Litterbury, this is going to go probably roughly through Old Princeton, east of Little Indian. There's your day one convective outlook. Enhanced risk of severe weather. There is that 10% tornado risk in Illinois and Indiana. 30% wind risk is what's driving our enhanced. That goes all the way into central Ohio, southern Michigan, all the way down into Missouri, which is not in our coverage area. There is that new watch. I was issued right as we went live here for parts of Indiana. And wow, tornado probabilities are high. 70% chance of 2 or more tornadoes. That's already been verified for the Illinois part of things. I was not expecting that. Severe wind probabilities are also high. That is quite concerning for Illinois, for Indiana, I should say. Here we have our severe thunderstorm watch. Not terribly concerned about this, but parts of southeast Pennsylvania in our coverage area. And then here's our Illinois tornado watch, which realistically this should be high probabilities. There is some strong inflow on this storm. Here's our mesoscale discussion for Illinois, that tornado watch, and they are mentioning 100 to 130 mile per hour tornadoes, so significant tornadoes are possible. The tornadoes today are broad, rain-wrapped tornadoes. This is a rain-wrapped large tornado, possibly intense, heading towards Philadelphia. Quite concerning. Let's go back to that correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient shows us if there's stuff in the air that shouldn't be. It's used for hail, but it's also used for tornadic debris, and we do have a broad correlation coefficient drop. And again, this is taking a very long time to load, but it does match up with our velocity couplet near Old Princeton. There you go. So again, very tight couplet. This is directly over Old Princeton. It doesn't look like this is really a town, just a couple of buildings. But this is directly over Old Princeton, and this is going to track towards Philadelphia, which is a more populated area. I cannot guarantee this will hit Philadelphia head on. It might go just east. We can hope. But this is tornado in progress. It is most likely large, probably not strong. All right, zooming out. New severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible tag. There. That includes Urbana. That'll move towards Danville eventually. This line was really what was supposed to pose our main tornado threat, not this. Let's go up to K-Lot, see what's happening. Chicagoland. So again, we are monitoring these storms. These are our concern right now, especially this tornado in progress. In fact, I believe that might be a bounded weak echo region. We may have a donut hole if this lines up with our velocity. Heading towards Philadelphia, Illinois. I can't guarantee that, but it looks like it. And we might have twins. We had twins earlier. Where is he? I think we have spotter confirmation of twin tornadoes in progress. Okay, so we have twin tornadoes in progress. I believe here near Old Princeton, heading towards Philadelphia. Highway 97. You are in this warning. This is a pretty large warning. We do have this other warning, and again, if you're tuning in here from northern Detroit, that tornado warning has been allowed to expire. Special weather statements remain in effect. We have some special marine warnings. So far, nothing out of that southeast Pennsylvania threat. We are really honing in here. What just happened? We are really honing in here. On Philadelphia. Okay, Philadelphia, you're about to get impacted by this. It may have occluded. Let's check the velocity couplet. From what I can see by chasers, this looks like it's more of just a weak funnel at this point. Velocity has not updated here in 4 minutes. I think when we get that velocity update, something's happening here in Ashland, Illinois. This may be a tornado debris signature in Ashland. My word. Wow, this computer is taking forever. So this is still generating because this is not the best app to use. Okay, new tornado warning for Cotton Hill, Rochester. There we go. So new tornado warning. This goes from where we have our current warning through to Rochester. So just reading off some towns: Rochester, Mechanicsburg, Dawson, Buffalo, Lanesville, Illiopolis, Neantic, up to Lake Fork. Eventually, this will track towards Mount Pulaski, Latham, all the way up to Kenny. This tornadic thunderstorm. Again, what is happening with this Ashland cell? Folks, I'm going to try Attic Radar because this is taking a very long time to generate. And I think right as that happened, that Ashland, whatever that is in Ashland, has just gone tornado warned. It is observed. So there is a tornado in progress in Ashland. That is observed tornado. Pretty far disjointed. This is just east of Ashland, Illinois, heading towards Route 123. Okay. So, yeah, I'm sorry for switching radars again, but this, weather-wise, was just taking too long to generate. Hopefully this will work better. Also, I have a drawing tool. There we go. Okay, let's hone in. Ashland, Illinois. And now, in fact, there's another something heading for Richland, this. Let's go over to velocity. Okay, so yeah, we definitely have a fairly tight couplet in Ashland. The Philadelphia couplet is much more broad now. It's not nearly as concerning. We have this couplet, kind of a couplet here. Let's go back to reflectivity. So again, observed tornado. This should be just east of Ashland. Was located over Ashland or 10 miles southwest of Petersburg, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. So this is in progress. There's a tornado confirmed on the ground. And it is this thing, just east of Ashland. Going to kind of toe the line between Ashland and Pleasant Plains. This will come, if I put it in motion, this will come very close to Tallulah. So Tallulah, we really want to be in our safe spots, especially if you're just east of Tallulah up to Hager Road and eventually Petersburg. This is looking like, if it continues on its current trajectory, east side of Petersburg, you may be hit by this tornadic thunderstorm. No guarantee it will still be producing a tornado at that point, but this is currently tornadic. We have another, again, our tornado warning here, southeast of Springfield. That includes Rochester up to Heliopolis. And then our broad, severe warned segments over here. We do have a prefrontal. That is something. We do have prefrontals. Here in Indiana, there's a single prefrontal and then some trying to fire ahead of the line. That's near Green Care, and in fact, this is in the process of splitting. So we're seeing our left split here, and then our right split here. And this is starting to hook up a little bit, so this is long-term potentially a tornadic threat. But really right now, again, we are honed into this complex north of Jacksonville, Illinois. It's a big, scuddy complex. So we, again, looks like that westernmost warning is not of much concern anymore. It's not rotating nearly as tightly, but we do have a scuddy base that has dropped a few tornadoes heading towards Petersburg. That's currently northeast of Ashland, and then another something trying to happen there in Pleasant Plains, Illinois, just southeast of that. We may see that go tornado warned. It's kind of the outbreak of the mini supercells here in Illinois. This is not cooperating. Let's quickly go to mesoanalysis. Sector. That's okay. Here are our surface observations right now. So just ahead of the line, upper 80s, behind the line, 70s. Let's go to mixed layer Cape. So again, this is like, these are relatively low Cape storms. These weren't really expected to be doing all that much. It's quite impressive that they are this strong. I'm surprised that this warning hasn't been downgraded yet. This storm near Philadelphia is trying to wrap back up on radar as it heads towards Newmansville. But we're really concerned Tallulah, multiple areas of circulation, up to 3 areas of circulation approaching Tallulah. And you may have some debris raining down on you. We do have a self-firing heading towards Kincaid long-term threat, another one down there near Vacoris. really just watching this Scuddy base, which again, I can't show you Storm Chaser feeds, but I am monitoring them. We have 2 observed tornado warnings. Ongoing in Illinois. Sorry, I'm communicating with some people right now. Just bear with me. Eric is a cat too. I'm not going to delve into tropics, but I do tropical forecast pretty heavily if you want to tune into that for Hurricane Eric, but that's not our focus right now. Tornadoes in progress here in Illinois. Continuing to monitor. Okay. So this isn't in our forecast area yet, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning here in Maryland. This will most likely eventually track towards Pennsylvania. If this does end up in Pennsylvania, that will be in our forecast area here. Let's zoom back out. And again, we do have a number of flash flood warnings here across Pennsylvania, Northeast Ohio, and New York, and some special weather statements and special marine warnings in eastern Michigan. We don't have anything up here, nothing in Canada today. This is our primary threat. I actually show the Environment Canada risk for today. Bear with me. I just need to find it first, don't I? ECC thunderstorm outlooks is what we want. This used to be a very useful page for me. I'll try and find it later, but there is a slight risk equivalent for the Western Ontario Peninsula today from Environment Canada. Right now, again, we are monitoring this. Okay, Tallulah, storm north of Tallulah is intensifying. That rotation is wrapping up pretty rapidly here. This is just north of Tallulah. This segment right here. You can see our rotation is wrapping up. We have, I'd say, pretty much an RFD surge. It's probably quite windy here in Tallulah. We have this RFD surging in. Let's go over to our correlation coefficient. This is very smoothed, which I'm not a fan of, but there is. Here we go. So we have slight CC drop north of Tallulah. Does that match up with our velocity? I believe it does. It does. Okay, so we do have a tornado in progress. Confirmed by correlation coefficient. Ongoing. Just north of Tallulah. Bit of a B-war by the looks of things. And again, we are monitoring. This is broadly rotating. That's southeast of Petersburg. If you're in these warnings, these are just dropping tornadoes, albeit they aren't terribly intense. We did have a potentially intense tornado further back here towards Jacksonville. Again, we've got 3,000 K. Let's check out some indices. Here's our supercell composite parameter. It's up to 8 there with this line. So those are intensifying. What about significant tornado parameter? Okay, so that's not what I wanted to click. We do need to watch out for this line, because these storms will most likely eventually become tornadic, especially here. These storms in southern Illinois are pretty concerned with that. Let's switch over to Evansville radar. Looks like we have a funnel back over here on that Tallulah cell. So we are not able to confirm a tornado, but there is a funnel from this just very messy complex of 3 supercells congealing. My word, this is taking Okay, so again, folks, this is here from NWS Lincoln. Storm chasers report a tornado on the ground 5 to 6 miles north-northeast of Ashland, Illinois. That is from the National Weather Service in Lincoln. Just wanted to check that. So our line is really getting going. This is starting to push into Indiana.